All right, lights, camera, action. So I literally just filmed a lighting tutorial, a lighting video breakdown of my travel studio that I travel with, which is what I'm using right now to give me light from this to this, or even this if I want it to be that bright, but I don't. I want it to be about here. And I covered the microphone or the speaker thing with my hand, and so you can't hear it because it's muffled. So I will do it again a different day. I want to do a little bit of makeup. This is the peachy shade of the Illuminator Spectacle Long Tenue Hydration 24-hour thing from Dior. It's actually very nice. It's like a priming. I wouldn't put this over makeup. I would only put it under based on how thin it is because it's such a liquidy consistency. I sort of want it to sort of be my like first base of skin. It's going to give me a nice peachy kind of goldeny glow. I just need to close the window because I've got more light on this side of my face than I do this side of my face. And that is a lesson. If your lighting is ever uneven on your face, just stand in a window evenly if you want, or if you don't have lighting, but just make sure that the light is always coming at you at an even sort of fill. It will be better. So this going on the way that it did, a little bit messily, is okay because I'm going to fix it with concealer. So I'm going to take my concealer now and just pop a little bit on here. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills shade number 9 of the concealer, Magic Touch Concealer. I love it so much. It is so damn good. I'm just going to blend that into those areas now and just sort of start to contrast all of those peachy areas with said concealer and, you know, give it some balance. If not, even maybe go over the top because it will give me more of a glowy from within kind of look. So I recently picked up these Kiko long wear lip product things, and I got them in the taupey colors because I was like, what about if Endless Cacao, you know, pencil from Makeup Forever is a long wearing cream like this? When I tell you, if you put these on the back of your hand and deposit them with a brush, this was from yesterday. I've washed my hands about 15,000 times since yesterday and it will not come off. So I would suggest putting it on the lip directly with the doe foot and then blending it in with a brush. I'll show you in this video, but if you put it on your hand, it's not coming off very easily, even with oil cleanser. But it is a really nice product. So the little peachy glow from within is giving me a little bit of a bronzy hue as well because it's got this like slightly beigey brown undertone to it, even though it's a peach color. All right, so this is the shade 158. This is the long wear side. It dries down to like a cake, like almost a matte. And then you put the gloss on top of it to make it comfortable. So I'm just gonna apply it like at the lip edges and just sort of do like I would with Endless Cacao. Then I'm gonna kind of let it sit for a sec. I'm gonna blend it in with a brush, always just in the middle of the lip, never too much around the sides. And very little pressure, because the more pressure that you put when you blend things in, you're actually taking things off, which is half of the point, to be honest. So then I just blended that in. I'm gonna build a bit more. And I think this is gonna be better than putting it on my hand first. I don't really want too much around the sides though. Just a little buff. But this way, you can sort of go about your day with just whatever the center color is. Because of how waxy and how long wearing this formula is, it is quite hard to blend it and get it to be smooth. Like you can kind of see inconsistencies with the way that the formula is drying down. And like when I push my lips together before I put the gloss on, it's sticky. It's interesting, but I think it's worth a try if you like a long wearing cool tone around the outside of the mouth. So this is a sample tube for my next product at KJH brand, and I'm just putting it on with the number 1 brush. This is a lip and cheek stick, which actually this color would be really suitable to what's on this lip right now. And I'm just sort of putting it on with a dense pressure with my brush. So I'm just pinching the brush to make it denser so that I get a more deposit on color, as this is a lighter shade and I feel like I can go a little bit harder with this one. And then I'm gonna just take a little bit in here as well. I am getting a roast dinner today and I couldn't be more excited. So the inspiration for this product is that it's a matte lip and cheek stick that allows for you to do a blurry, soft, kind of pillowy pout or a soft sort of smudgy kind of cheek that feels, you know, almost like a powder but in a cream format. But the cool thing about it is you can mix it with your Hypershine serum that came with your Hypershine highlight kit and completely change the texture. With KJH brand, I want everything to be super versatile and for you to be able to be in control of what your product does for you. I'm using the cappuccino shade of the Cupid's Arrow from Nabla. I love this one. It's just such a beautiful kind of like taupey mushroom. I've put it on in a large way because then I'm going to blend it in a large way. So it doesn't need to be neat. You just need to get it on and then blend it around. And I like that it's got like a little bit of a yellowy hue, this one, because it gives me like a vibrancy to my natural eye colour because it's got that sort of slight mustardy undertone. So I'm on a little break in London from the Radical Optimism summer shows, and it's been so amazing, and I am going home this week up north to see the family after a quick work day on Wednesday, and then we're back in for Glastonbury. And that is literally just going to be so exciting. So I think I want to tweeze my eyebrows a little thinner, but I don't have any tweezers in my personal makeup bag because I'm carrying on all my clothes and all my things. I just really like Gabriette's eyebrows. If you know, you know. They're bleached and they're really skinny and I just think they look so hot. And I'm just kind of living my like, you know, grungy brow life. And so, you know, if you don't like it, sorry. I also love the sort of context around brow blindness like right now, which is something my friend Jonay made a video about Cardi B and her eyebrows in the past, and now she shaves the tail of her eyebrow off to get them straighter. It's a really good video, Jonay W Makeup on TikTok. It's really interesting, but I definitely have had my moments of brow blindness in the past, more than once. But when people are in it, when people are in a trend, unless they want to hear somebody else's opinion, you can't tell them that it looks bad, because at the end of the day, whatever makes that person happy in that moment is what they're going to do. Oh, I'm still rolling. And like, that's okay. Like, we each have to find our way sometimes ourselves through trend and through style, and it's okay if it's not to your liking, because if it makes them happy in that moment, then that's all that matters, because life is short. Do the horrible eyebrows, because if you like them, they're not horrible. I know that might be a very controversial take. So I'm just putting some setting powder kind of everywhere, over the lids, in the creases. I'm just trying to set that eyeshadow, set around the mouth and the nose and stuff. And then this is a powder blush in Hope from Rare Beauty. Literally watch. It just sort of brings this hue of pink to the cheek, which, if you don't want to spend this much on a powder blush, there's a shade from Sephora collection that's literally the same, but less depth undertone wise. This has like a brownie undertone. It's called Pink Flash from Sephora collection. It's very similar, and it's $12. Like this, you can see when I turn, see that my cheek got darker, brighter, darker. That's because of this. This has an undertone depth. Watch. You see that it's got like a darkness to it, even though it's bright. It's still a beautiful product. Now I'm just going to take a denser brush and just blend everything in a little bit more. And that's kind of all I'm going to do today, because I don't really want to spend too much time on my makeup. It's Sunday. I want to be outside in the sun while we have it in London. Does anyone have any good recommendations for a blow dry in London anywhere near Covent Garden? I'm going to Air Ancient Baths on Tuesday, which is like a spa type thing where there's different temperatured pools and baths and flotation things, and it's really amazing. I've actually never been to the London one. I've only been to the New York one. Can I speak any faster? But I need a blow dry somewhere in that neighborhood after the fact, or even maybe somewhere by King's Cross works too. But any recommendations of where to get a quick blow dry in London would be great. This is Rituel Defeat Levitation Lash. I love it so much, and I will see you later.